Are they really selling Modern Warfare Remastered separately? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Banky101 coming at you today, and we are going to be talking about Modern Warfare Remastered. Yes, we've seen all the news. Some people are super upset about it. Some people are excited about it, but June 27th, the day after this video is released, you are going to be able to buy Modern Warfare Remastered as a standalone. You don't have to buy Infinite Warfare anymore to play this. You can either download it through the PSN store, or you can go out and buy the standalone disc. I don't know about Xbox at this point, but I'm assuming that it might come out or roll out a month afterwards, or it's rolling out at the same time, and the news that I'm reading doesn't have that saying it on it. But there's positives and negatives to this, and let's go over the negatives first. The fact that people actually had to go out and buy Infinite Warfare just to play Modern Warfare Remastered sucked, right? You had to buy the, I think it was like the $70 or $80 edition of it to actually get it. You couldn't buy the standalone edition of Infinite Warfare. So you were already paying a premium price for the game, and then when the DLC came out, even though you had the season pass for Infinite Warfare, you didn't get the DLC for Modern Warfare Remastered. Now that's going to be very similar with the standalone. It's coming out as for $40, so if you don't have Modern Warfare Remastered, you can go purchase it for $40. You're still going to have to buy the DLC, which is going to be $14.99, so if you want those extra maps that everybody has, you're going to actually have to pay for it, so in total you're paying about $55. Not a bad price. But again, people are upset that they had to buy Infinite Warfare, which a lot of people didn't want anything to do with, just to get to Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, let's jump into the reasoning behind this. Now, I think that's because this is the first time that they've done a remastered edition, and then they've also packaged it with a new game. And I think they saw that the fact that the community was not liking Infinite Warfare very much, so we were trying to package it together to give them something with boots on the ground, to give them an option to go play. But they didn't give it to you just for the regular $60 for the game. You had to pay the premium price to actually get Modern Warfare Remastered. So this sucks for a lot of people. But to look on a positive side of things, I would say that you paid the premium price just to play the game early. You got the game 8 months before everybody else. It's going to take anybody else that wants to play it or starting now a long time to grind. They're going to be grinding until World War II to probably get where you are now, even if you were just a casual player at it. You're going to have all the new DLC, all that fun stuff. And to go along with this, on Tuesday, when this game comes out as a standalone, they're going to have a whole new event coming out to match with the release of this. Now let's flip over to the positive side. Now, it was the first time that they took a remastered edition and they slapped it on this other game and they gave it to us. But the fact that they're coming out with a standalone 7 or 8 months after the release of Infinite Warfare, or their main title, means that we're probably going to start getting more remastered editions. They're not going to launch them with the initial game, but they're probably going to launch them halfway through the cycle, probably after E3 when they announce the new game for that year. So this year we're going to get World War II, and then probably in June of next year we're going to get a new title. Who knows? Maybe because it's such an old school with the World War II, they might do something a little bit newer and do like maybe a remastered edition of Black Ops 1. Who knows? But I do think that they're going to give us a little more remastered editions, but they're not going to be slapped with the initial title, because they've seen over this past year the whole community that's just versatile. Everybody's either on Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, or Modern Warfare Remastered, or people are just playing a lot of the old titles. There's not a whole huge community on one actual game, and I think we're going to have that with World War II. And I think it would be interesting for them to actually launch a remastered edition of a different game halfway through the life cycle. Because this is about the time where things are starting to get stale. Everybody is excited for World War II or the new title at this time of the year, and you know, there's not too much stuff coming about the old title. So it's kind of a stale time, and it would be a great time for the community to launch something, you know, halfway through that cycle. But I'm super curious to hear your guys' thoughts and what you guys think, if you were, especially if you were one of the people that bought Infinite Warfare just for Modern Warfare Remastered. Hit me up in those comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you pissed that they're coming out with this remastered standalone edition? Or are you going to like the fact that they're probably going to give us more remastered editions, but halfway through the life cycle? Hit me up in that comments section. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and like always, I'll catch you on the next video.